Hey guys, what's up? I am here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Fruits Basket Season 2 on Episode 6, or the total number episode, Episode 31, for Fruits Basket in general. This episode right here was actually pretty nice, not too bad, and looking forward to the next episode, and with a lot of things being revealed in this episode. We had to it that there was a rainy day at the beginning of this episode, and of course Momoji comes by and says, "Oh, let's all go to a summer vacation house in the Soma location," And of course, they had to take care of some homework first because of Toru, she didn't take care of that. And of course, Momoji ends up inviting Haru-chan, Heri, Aya, Rich-chan, Kisa, Hiro, and Kagura too. And I would like to see Kagura. It's been a long time since I even saw her. Actually, I haven't even seen her at all throughout the second season. And we only seen her a couple times in the first season. I missed her, okay? Call me Mr. what the hell's wrong with you kind of guy. But okay, enough of me being off topic here and there. We had to take care of some homework. And then, of course, Momoji asked Kyo if he's coming along, Which is he says, "Oh, yeah, sure, I'll come along, okay? No problem." And etc. Of course, Hiro doesn't like the idea until Kisa's "Oh, I want to go." And Hiro's "Okay, fine, let's go." You know how Hiro is. I mean, we saw him in the first season, and we get to see him in this episode, and dear lord. I mean, I could understand in a certain way, but still, man. But, okay. Going, and not being off topic about Hiro most of the time, Yuki does ask Toru that she has a worn-out hat that belonged to someone. He says, "Why do you have that hat?" And we had that Toru's "Well, it belonged to a boy that saved me or helped me out, and I don't want to forget that precious memory or something." Although she doesn't really know who that boy is, etc., Yuki is really a little, cautious about it, or just a little curious, since that hat is worn out and would have been thrown away if it was worn out, which is kind of natural what happens when you see a lot of things that are worn out, but yeah. Aside from that, Kyo's going to come along to the vacation house. But aside from that, the next day, Shigure says, "Oh, I got to take care of some work, alright? And I'll catch up with you guys later." How's that sound? Eventually, we get to see Rin-chan, or Rin herself, having to talk to Shigure for a bit. And she seems like she's doing some kind of, manipulative seduction. And I know you guys might be thinking, what do you mean manipulative seduction? I mean, in this scene right here, she's asking possibly Shigure for help. Although, Shigure seems to have this manipulative side, too. I mean, I've seen it in that scene. It makes me wonder, what are you even doing? And Rin's, approaching him, in a way that may be a little, too inappropriate for young kids who'd be watching or listening into this, Which I won't say any explicit way how she's doing it, but I guess she's, approaching him in a certain way that it may seem to be, I guess, arousing. So, yeah. But aside from that, the other part, and there are some, crazy stuffings about, swimming in the beach, having fun. Kyo and Haru and Yuki ends up having a race, and Kyo gets so shocked to the point that he ends up going back first, and he freaking slumps off into oblivion. No, and what I mean by that, he just sleeps off in anger, Which I can understand why, but whatever the case may be, yeah. But as for Hiro, he didn't go in the beach water at all. He just seems a little, salty in a certain way, which I'm pretty sure you guys could tell what I'm trying to get at here. But aside from that, on the way back to the Vacation Soma house, Toru dropped her a booklet with her mother's picture in it, and Hiro picks it up and says, "Hey, stupid girl, you forgot this. Don't drop it, you hear me?" And we see to it that he asked her a question, "Why do you have the photo of your mother, huh? Don't you have something like a father or something? Or you have this complex of a mother? What's with you?" That kind of thing. And you know how Hiro is. He kind of said something in a way that kind of offends Toru in a certain way that she had to maybe walk away for a bit, As for Kisa, she doesn't like what Hiro's doing right now. Do you have any idea what she might be feeling? Do you even understand why she has this? What's with you, huh? What's wrong with you? Well, in a certain way, if we got into modern era like this, I'm pretty sure Kisa will say, "Why'd you have to say that? Do you really think, it's okay to do that? Ask that kind of question, And it's very sensitive. I mean, we all know we all somewhat know what Toru is and how she is, She carries that picture around because of other reasons alone, although we could, make a guess or a hypothesis or implication of it. We don't really know exactly of that confirmation of the answer till it's revealed, you know? So Kisa did ask Hiro, did you come on this vacation or something just to cause her trouble? Is that it? And then she ends up running off crying and possibly in despair because of what Hiro is doing. And Hiro's like, oh man, what the hell's wrong with me? Every time I get annoyed, I always take it out on her. What's with me, dude? What the hell? And I could see why Hiro. I think Hiro knows what he's doing is wrong, but at the same time, I guess like he's just taking out all on Toru because like you know, we don't know what the reasons is, but all I know is it's possibly it's about his own guilt in his own heart and mind. You know, he even realizes that I'm pretty sure that girl Toru has the same thing as I have. You know, that same amount of feelings or guilt or darkness inside one's heart that can't be opened up yet or possibly even be revealed. Eventually, you know, Yuki and Hatsuharu along with Toru are kind of concerned about like what's going on with Kisa and Hiro, you know? Or should I say Toru's not there. I mean, Momoji, Hatsuharu-chan, and Yuki-chan. Sorry for being a little like cringy and weird in a certain way when I say that. Momoji, Hatsuharu, and Yuki are kind of concerned of what's going on with Hiro and Kisa. Well, Hatsuharu believes that it's best to leave them be and let them sell this out their own because let's not make it any worse than it has to, you know? Eventually, Kisa decides to go to Hiro's room and try to talk to him and apologize, you know? And Hiro decides to do the same thing like, look, I'm sorry for what I did too, okay? I know what I did is wrong. And we see a scene with Toru having to have a picture with her mother and think about a lot of things and think about what Hiro told her, you know? Why do you have a picture of your mother hanging around you all the time? Do you have this mother complex or what? I'm pretty sure Hiro already knows or may have a guess, but, you know, I mean, like, seriously, Hiro, I mean, yeah. But aside from that, okay, Toru seems to struggle for a bit. Sorry for, like, not saying anything right there, trying to figure out what to say because, you know, Toru was with the picture of her mother and trying to think about a couple things. And next day, she seems to be fine, enjoying hunting beetles, you know, having fun. And, you know, of course, Hiro seems to realize, like, she's more cheerful than the last, you know. Eventually, Kyo does come across to them when he was going for a morning jog, you know, just training, you know, that kind of thing. That's how we always do it. And we have to it that Kyo, like, softly or just taps Kyo taps Hiro's head with his fist. Well, not too hard, but like this. Pretty much like that. He goes like, ow, what the hell did you do that for? And Kyo's like, did you do something to Toru or something to make her a little upset? And Hiro's like, what makes you think you got the evidence to know that, huh? And Kyo's like, well, she doesn't seem very happy or she seems a little down after seeing her. And, you know, Kyo could see right through her. No problem, dude. I mean, he hanged out with her for about, what, almost a year or more? No, actually, at least close to a year. Possibly. Well, I guess pretty much over a year, at least. Or just a year and a couple months, couple days. Whatever the case may be. Yeah, I'm being a little, like, cringy and stupid, right? Forgive me on that. But, you know, we also see... But Kyo is concerned about Toru and suspects Hiro might be the one might have been the cause of it, you know? I mean, we all know what Hiro did in the first season, and we've seen him what he did in this episode. Hiro is not confirming it, but Kyo is guessing correctly, but he doesn't have enough evidence or proof on that yet, 100%. But, you know, there is a scene with, like, Akito and Shigure, you know, and Akito saying, oh, I hate summer, what's with all these girls, and, you know, where the heck is, like, my doctor, you know, which, man, I forgot his name, but all I know is he's the freaking seahorse, you know, and etc. I mean, Hattori, yeah, Hattori. Forgive me for that. I mean, like I said, I have a tendency to remember a lot of characters' names unless they have a lot of showcasing or spotlight of it, etc. But Akito wants Hattori to come, and we have to it that, like, Shigure says, you shouldn't really call him all the time. I feel sad for him. And Akito's like, why should I feel bad for him? He expands for my sake. Everyone should be doing everything for my sake, okay? And the way I look at Akito, this person seems a little selfish. And you guys might be saying, why don't you say he or she or something? I did get a little comment from other people in the previous discussion I was part of a bit, is that Akito is a girl, but for me, I'm not really 100% sure if that is 100% true. I mean, it's a little troubling for me to even say he or she. I mean, it's, call me Mr. Crazy Milanakis or something, but yeah, I don't know. This person seems a little selfish. Until I get the explicit confirmation given to me, I will either use he or she for Akito. But for the time being, just the person in general will be enough. But aside from that, although it is a little obvious, we have two that Akito goes to after Shigeru and says, "Why are you smiling, huh?" After I say I want to teach them all a lesson, why the heck are you smiling? You think you have an issue with that? And Shigeru says, "Oh no, I never thought of that. Not at all." And we have two that Akito ends up going after Shigeru, and Shigeru says, "Look, if you want to teach him a lesson, why don't you go to the vacation house too, huh?" I'm thinking in my mind, oh boy, this is really going to be bad right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm getting at here. But if Akito goes there with Shigeru, I don't know what's really bound to happen. I really hope the other Zodiac animals are there too, because I haven't seen them for a while, for a long time. Call me Mr. Crazy Milanakis. But the next part of this episode is where Yuki got a little small, slight fever, you know. But we have to it that Hatsuharu was really concerned and decided to go take a bath, you know. And we see to it that Yuki tells Toru something that he wants her to listen on, you know, eventually when the time comes about, you know. And we have to it that he says a couple words by saying, "I can think this now that it's not all pitch black. I can't believe now that I wasn't deluding myself. When the time comes, I'd be happy if you listen, you know?" And we see a scene where, we get to see a young Yuki, and it is confirmed and given explicit information that he is that boy with the blue hat that he gave to Toru, you know? Which I go, oh, that's really sweet, you know? So all this time, he was the boy that actually helped Toru out, you know, to get her home when she was young, when she was a young child or young girl, and that got lost, you know? Yeah. But aside from that, Yuki also kind of struggled with the somewhat mentality when he was tormented by Akito when he was young, you know? Where Akito tells him, everything's pitch black and gray, or gray and white, whatever you want to call it. Everything's darkness. You belong to me kind of thing. It looks like he was manipulating Yuki mentally in a certain way, which is really disgusting, which I don't really understand what. But one thing for sure is Akito's coming to the freaking vacation house, etc., you know? Yeah. But aside from that, Yuki does say that he wants to tell Toru something when the time's right, so he wants Toru to wait a little longer, you know? As for Toru, she knows something about him opening a lid, and eventually she has to do the same thing. I mean, something involving her mother or something, but whatever the case may be, we'll have to find out later. But I guess we get a lot of information this episode involving Hiro and Kisa, you know? Hiro, I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing is really messed up and not really good, and I'm pretty sure we all know that too, but that's just him and whatever he is, you know, because, you know, he wasn't there for Kisa. He's taking it out on Toru when Kisa possibly needed him the most, or where he should have been there for Kisa when she needed maybe a helping hand. But aside from that, you know, we see Akito in this episode thinking, oh, why is everyone enjoying summer? I hate it. It's hot. It gives me a headache. Why can't I just teach everyone a lesson? And hopefully we get to see all the Zodiac animals, you know, but I don't know when that's coming about. I guess we'll have to find out later when the time comes, you know, but who knows. But it's already hinted at that Akito is going to go to the vacation house with Shigure and possibly the other Zodiac animals coming up soon, which I really want to see them. I mean, I want to see Kagura at least. I mean, call me Mr. Kagura-chan fan, but okay. As for Rin, yeah, her. Whatever she's doing with Shigure, or whatever manipulation she's trying to do, or whatever she's trying to do, repeating myself, it seems a little awkward, I guess. I guess that's what you could call it. And let's see here. yeah, just the Rin and Shigure along with Kisa and Hiro. Of course, like Yuki having his own problems, involving Akito in his mind. What he did, what Akito did to him, and we have to it. Of course, like Yuki saying to Toru, "I want you to listen to me someday when I open up the lid, okay?" That kind of thing, etc. And much more to come. Who knows? So overall, pretty nice episode. I mean, like we get to see some psychological issues, psychological problem that Yuki may have to overcome, and it will have to show up soon, etc. And maybe much more, many other relationships involving like Rin and Shigure and Akito showing up and calling, and much more after that. Don't know what's really bound to happen next, like I said, but it may not look very pretty, and we're gonna have to find out how this is gonna go out. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!